Have you ever exhausted yourself in an old car? We have, for sure. Today, we're going to work on putting some vapor barrier between the cabin of the car and the trunk of the car, because we get gas fumes from the fuel cell and exhaust comes in. And yes, we put exhaust extensions on the car, and it is hugely better, but it still gets some exhaust smell in here. So today we're going to take the back seat out and work on putting a vapor barrier between that and the cab. Stick around. Maybe there's some things to learn, maybe not, but it's always about hanging out, spending the day. Today, under a shade tree. It's hot, very hot. I'm Mike, and you're watching My Car Shop. I think the place to start, and it may be the place that we end, the place to start with this is just getting a big cardboard template made of this piece so we know exactly what we're dealing with. Then we've got options. We might make something out of tin. I actually have some big fiberglass panels we could make something out of. We may just line it with plastic. I don't know, but I think getting a cardboard template made of that area, I think it makes some sense to get something more than just plastic in there. We may use plastic as well, but something that's, a little bit of more solid protection between the trunk and the car, especially since the fuel cell's in there, probably makes sense. So let's go peruse the shop and find some cardboard, and I'll be right back. We've got a bunch of that hardboard. I know I've got more upstairs. There's some down there. This is thinner than the stuff we're using on the door panel, so that would probably work. What do we got over here? Another piece down there. That would be a good piece. But I'm looking for cardboard to there's a piece of cardboard to make a template right there. I think, nope, that's got car parts in it, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Yes, there's stuff in that. Okay. That's got parts in it. What's in this? Gotta look, hold on. Okay, that's a Challenger door skin, and that's a quarter panel, I think, for the Challenger. So that's not gonna work. See what else we got. Here we go. Big freezer box. This might be some decent stuff here. This is going to be way overkill. Yeah, that piece there should work. We'll just take a piece of this up there. All right, let's haul this up to the car and get a knife and stuff. I thought about it and I realized, why take all that out there and make a mess in the yard? Let's just get a tapeworm and we'll go measure that up, and then we'll cut this piece close, and then we'll go from there. So for my calculations, about 53 by 24 will get us in the ballpark for our template, and then we'll determine what we're determining after we determine the determination. Because we're determined. Now we get the fun of fitting. Yay. Oh, we could do this the hard way, or we could do this the easy way. Let's do it the hard way. So we've got to fit it there, and we've got to fit it here. So I think the place to start is down in the corner. Oh, I probably should have scissors or some other knife than a razor blade, but we'll see. What am I sitting on? Oh, a pen. Very, very uncomfortable, to say the least, but we gotta kind of do this, I think. Okay. Gets us down a little closer. I'll bend that out of my way over there so I can get this side fitted in. So we gotta kind of come up this way now. We need to come over another bit. So let's trim it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, that means we got to cut this again. So there's going to be a lot of lather, rinse, and repeat on this. So I don't know that you want to see all of this because you can't see much of it anyway. But what I'm doing is I'm just cutting and fitting this into place to get this contour good. Then we'll go do that side. So yeah, I'll get this done and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so we got that trimmed pretty close. And then I got my line marked here. So we'll cut that with a razor now, and then we'll go fit it again. But we're pretty close to having a nice template for our back seat thing. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. There we go. Our template is pretty good. We got to straighten it up a little bit here and there, but overall she looks pretty good in her overalls. So we're going to go take that, transfer that onto a piece of that 1/8" ply, or that 1/8" panel. And this stuff is quarter that we're using for door panels, but I've got a bunch of 1/8, so we're going to use that, get a piece made, and we'll start our little tedious process of getting it to fit. I think we got it pretty well lined up here now. So now we just got to trace this out. Remembering this is the outside, meaning the trunk side. I'm just going to get this kind of, I know I was low in here for sure, so I'm going to give myself some extra material there. I can always go back and trim it. This was pretty good here. I think this was pretty good in here. And pretty good in there, I think. The bottom's going to be pretty well straight across. I know this edge is a bit dodgy, but we'll figure that out. So something like that. All right. We have a start. So I got to get a jigsaw, do a little Irish jig, and saw. Turned out pretty good, I think. Managed to keep my line up there pretty straight. Line down here is obviously perfectly straight because I didn't cut it. But yeah, I think we're okay. We got a nice wedge to it. The curves, there's a lot of little fitting we're going to have to do now. So we'll go up to the car and test fit things and see what we got to come back and what we got to trim out. Let's see what we got. Do you think we're going to be lucky enough that we got this right the first time? Ha ha ha. Holy crap, we did. Holy crap, we did. Other than, no, even our top is pretty good. Yep, everything's good except for, yeah, right down there in that corner, a little teeny bit, and I don't think it's that over here either. Yep, we got to trim a little bit off of here. Which makes sense, which means we're probably going to have to do the same thing over here. Oh, this is hard on the 60-year-old knees. Okay. 59-year-old knees, but you get my point. Okay, and need to give myself a little grace there. Yeah, I can't quite tell anything else until we get these two things cut. So I need to trim this corner up here to fit better. About like that probably, and that should give me some grace to fit that in there, I hope. And it looks like this side could use it a little bit too. So let's just be safe. Yeah, we got tons of material behind there. So let's cut that like that. Let's cut this one like this. Okay, and then I got to cut a little spot for this wiring to go through down here. So I'll go do that, and then we'll come back. Unless we don't. You can just stay here and enjoy that tasty beverage. That's fine. It's like a glove. So now we got to screw it in there. My curve is off just a little nova here, but you know, everything can't be perfect. So I think the thing to do now is to get a few screws in there so we can see where we're going to land. But I think we're coming out pretty darn good. And I can already tell the difference in smell in here just by doing that. And it's not even sealed 100% yet. And we still have up there to do. So it's a winner chicken dinner, no doubt about it. Previously mentioned, we've got the back seat back in and things stopped up some. It's a lot better. Something else that I did off camera, because my dying, was I just went through and put a bunch of floor mats in here and I plugged up the hole over the hump. We're going to be making metal floor pans to go in here eventually, so this is all temporary, but I took it for a drive. Night and day difference. Holy cow. You can't hear the transmission whining anymore, hardly at all. The car is significantly quieter with those floor mats in there. So that was a winner chicken dinner there. I also got the Super Deluxe, or the Deluxe. This car is a Super Deluxe, but anyway, I got the block plate put back in the dash. And so yeah, winner chicken dinner. Oh yeah, I got the gas pedal fixed again too. The gas pedal had fallen off, so I got that all taken care of now. Woot woot. Well, I think that's all I've got the energy for. There's a car show tonight, but I don't think I'm going. But I think we'll see if we just go for a little cruise. Maybe we'll get some ice cream or something. Sounds like fun. I don't really feel like taking it over to the city yet. I'm just not 100% sold on everything being solid on this car. I think the furthest I've driven it is maybe 15 miles away from home. And we just try to keep it, within 10, 15 miles of home for now, because we're still sorting the bugs out. There's always that way with the new build. So that'll do it. We'll catch you on the next one. Like, share, subscribe. There's merchandise, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'm tired. Don't forget, it's important. Yeah.
Rock and all that stuff. Rock.